It's a lovely, sweet good morning to you. This is a radical farmer here at Organic Farm 7. Today I'm going to be sharing with you how you can save your farm. I know so many farms that were once farms, but now they have been demarcated into plots. One of the reasons is because people don't have operation capital. Now, this is the capital that you use to run your farm, okay? So, one of the most critical components in running a farm, especially in an African setup, is labor. And if you have done some accounts of finance, you know that actually labor is a fixed cost. You have to pay your laborers whether you make a profit or not, whether there's business or not, whether there's a crisis or not. Like this year, it has been very tough for so many farmers because of the crisis, there's no water, there's been a lot of challenges. But now, I want to share with you how you can actually save your farm. And mind you, I have been doing farming for more than 8 solid years. So, and our work is very labor intensive because we do organic farming. So most of the things, they are done by human beings. So we need them. Okay. So many of us are running farms, but we are running our farms from the pocket. So meaning you work somewhere else and you are using the money you are making somewhere else, and you're investing that, you're paying your laborers to do what they're supposed to do. Now, this is not for those people that have got farms and they're running them as hobbies, or maybe just having a caretaker to protect your land. This is for people that want to learn their farms as a business. So, number one thing that I rent so much and I appreciate so much from Dumisan is you have to fix your fixed costs. Now, these are costs that don't change on a monthly basis. And you see, if you're running your farm from your pocket, meaning the money that you're using to run your farm is not from the farm, for a period of more than 2 years, it is just a matter of time your farm is going to be paused or your farm is going to fail. Because you see, a farm runs on money, it runs on knowledge. But here we're going to deal with the issues of money. The question is, where are you getting the money you are using to run your farm? That is very, very critical, because the growth of the farm, the growth of a business is not determined by the numbers of people that are working there, or whether is it determined by the size of the farm. It is determined by the amount of profit you are able to make. There are so many people with very big farms. There are so many people with a lot of workers, but that doesn't define the success of a farm. It defines, success in farming is determined by the profit you are making. Because with that profit, you can expand. With that profit, you can buy yourself a car. With that profit, you can increase the salaries. With that profit, you can determine how sustainable your farm is. So number one, you deal with your labor. You should understand the number of people that you have at your farm. Is your farm capable of paying those people? If your farm is not making enough money to run that farm, then it is far much better you downsize your farm to the capacity which the farm can actually handle. Many of us, we comfort ourselves saying, no, when you're starting, you have to invest. You know, when you invest, the farm grows. Then now you can. Now listen, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. It works when if your farm can sustainably pay one employee who is working there, then you would have mastered the art of bringing another worker, increasing on production, so that that person can be able to be paid. The second person can be able to be paid by the farm. If that is not happening, if your farm cannot manage to pay one worker from what that one worker is doing, then you're headed nowhere. You haven't yet gotten the equation right. Now, I know some of you start arguing, but just wait. When you give time some time, time reveals facts that even you is going to appreciate. I have seen farms, that were being run successfully when the owner was working somewhere and is paying the workers from the money he's making somewhere. And when he stops working there, then he cannot manage to pay the workers from the activities that are happening on the farm. So And this is one thing that I've mastered. Farm 7 makes money from nowhere apart from what we do here. Farm 7 doesn't run on loans, maybe grants or anything. Those things have come, but they have not come. They have come in form of assets. So you can't say no because we make our own money from here, and you have to learn to make money from your farm. Otherwise, farming is going to be a nightmare for you. So my advice to you, this is the thing you have to figure out. If you are growing okra, grow okra and make money from okra, and let the workers be paid from what they are doing at the farm. If you haven't yet figured that out, it is high time you sit down, acquire knowledge, ask those that are managing how they are doing it. Because there's a difference between working and succeeding in formal employment and running a farm to be a business. And many of you are so much deceived, where you think that, when you are working, you are doing well in the corporate world, you are a manager, you are what, and you are going to replicate the same thing in farming. Farming is a whole different sector, which needs different set of skills for you to succeed. And those that have been humble enough, that are willing to learn, are going to make it. Because you can make it in farming and it works and it is something that is so nice. But you see, you have to abide by the rules of the game. So stay blessed and stay organic. If you have any question, feel free to ask, and I'll be very happy to organically see how I can help you on that point.